Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions on Bounce TV and to our worldwide web viewers on www.sportsvisionsusa.com. Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you?
What's up, DJ?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I tell you what, man. You know what? In not just a couple of weeks or so, we're going to be traveling to the Senior Bowl because all these All-Star games are coming up in the midst of the NFL playoffs. So we got some little traveling to do.
Got a little traveling to do, DJ, and really this is another phase of college football where you get your job interview, you got to work out, you got to show out. East-West Shrine game, Senior Bowl, that's what they do.
Coming up in just a little bit, we're going to talk about the AFC and the NFC championship games coming up on Sunday. We'll also have an opportunity to talk about some of the early outs, some of the seniors, or at least the juniors, the underclassmen that are coming out in college. You know, a lot of them came out last year, and a lot of them didn't get drafted. I don't think that they'll have that problem this year. However, we'll discuss that.
That's going to be big, DJ, and don't forget about the high school football signings that are coming up.
Signing day coming up in 2 weeks. Actually, it'll be 1 week after this show is taped. All that and more coming up next on Sports Visions.
We love Legacy Chevrolet Cadillac of Columbus.
And fishing in Eufaula. And hiking in Pine Mountain.
The racetrack in Phoenix City. And all the soldiers at Fort Benning.
And you'll love these great deals. 0% interest for 72 months on all Chevy products. Or receive up to $11,000 in rebates on our 2015 Camaro Z28. And Legacy is offering up to $6,250 in rebates on all Chevy All-Star 1500 trucks. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Scott Sawyer with Diverse Power. Diverse Power wants our customers to enjoy all the benefits that reliable, consistent electric service provides. Our BPI certified technicians offer duct blaster testing of your HVAC ductwork to locate leaks. We also offer a full blower door examination that will qualify homeowners and home builders to meet the new Energy Code building standards. At Diverse Power, we offer innovation through vision, quality through service.
Its sleek design is mold-breaking. Its intelligent drive systems, paradigm-shifting. Its technology-filled cabin, jaw-dropping. Its performance, breathtaking. Its self-braking, show-stopping. The all-new GLC. Mercedes-Benz resets the bar for the luxury SUV, starting at $38,950.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. I tell you, you know what? The conference championship games are coming up, so you know that means that we are right here just a few weeks away from the Super Bowl. You talk about the best in the AFC against the best in the NFC. Let's start with the AFC, where we know that New England's going to go out to Denver, and you got this is all the hype and the build-up. You know, Peyton Manning against Tom Brady.
Hey, man, that's going to be another matchup. Was this round 15? I mean, these guys been going head-to-head for a long time, DJ. Denver against New England. I think really the Peyton Manning piece, we're going to see if this guy's going to ride out into the sunset, DJ. But I do know one thing, that arm strength is not there, what it used to be. And I think New England with Tom Brady, he got his weapons back, DJ. It's going to be an interesting game.
You know, the coaches and the staff made a strong statement about Peyton Manning, Broncos that I'm talking about. You know, when you talk about having a young man, a young quarterback that's physically gifted but immature, and especially this time of year, they would rather have a guy that like Peyton Manning who can make the checks at the line of scrimmage. Might not necessarily be able to put the velocity on the football that he once had, but just understanding, you know, how to get in and out of situations, again, can recognize blitzes. And, of course, that means a lot, apparently, when you get to this time of year.
It means a lot, DJ, and really one of the other emphasis that the Denver Broncos are doing this year is running the ball. They got to run the ball, again, trying to keep Peyton Manning clean, trying to hold back the rushes and the blitzes because he can't get away from any blitzes. And I think really New England's going to come up and Belichick guys are going to dial up a whole lot of blitzes. But they're going to have to be able to run the ball, DJ.
It's going to be one heck of a chess match because you got one of the best against one of the greatest of all time. Tom Brady, of course, arguably the best quarterback in all of pro football. And then, again, Peyton Manning, who has been doing it so many years. But it's going to be a good game. Let's flip it over to the other side because, again, here we got, you know, when we talk about this set of old-school quarterbacks, well, we got another on the other side of an NFC when you talk about, you know, the Carolina Panthers hosting the Arizona Cardinals.
That's right.
You got Cam Newton, MVP candidate Cam Newton, I say candidate, but I might as well just go ahead and give it to him because it's pretty much all over but the singing.
Well, it seems like nobody don't want to give it to him but us, so we're going to do it. He is the MVP this year, DJ. I mean, really a phenomenal year for him. You got the new wave quarterback, a dual-threat quarterback, and then you got Carson Palmer. You got 2 former Heisman Trophy winners. It's a lot of things to be compared by these 2 quarterbacks, but I think one of the biggest things is going to get down to is can the Carolina Panthers handle the defensive line of the Arizona Cardinals?
You know, I heard an interesting statistic, and it blew me away because as great as USC is and all the success that they've had with their players, you know that if Carson Palmer and Arizona Cardinals beat the Carolina Panthers, he will be the first USC quarterback to make it to a Super Bowl.
But that's big. Wow. I mean, out of all the historic quarterbacks that they've had, and this will be the first one to go to a Super Bowl, that's huge right there, player.
Well, again, we got another situation that makes it a little bit common when you talk about a Brenson Buckner who spent some time playing for the Carolina Panthers, who also resided in Charlotte.
Right.
Now he's coaching the defensive line, a very, very productive defensive line with the Arizona Cardinals. He's going into his old hometown, and, of course, he's got his game face on.
He's got his game face on, and we know that. We wish him all the luck in the world, but at the same time, he knows what to look forward to when he goes back to Charlotte, North Carolina. These guys have been playing great on defense. They've been playing great on offense. He knows that he's got to get after Cam Newton, but this guy, one of the things about Cam Newton, he kind of wants you to flush him out of the pockets because he's a dangerous man when he has to scramble. And then if you get locked up and Cardinals get locked up into a man-to-man situation and Cam Newton takes off, Cardinals going to have some problem, player.
Let's get right to it, man. I'm going to say it's going to be the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 50.
Super Bowl 50. I agree with you. I'm going to go with you on that, DJ. But one thing I didn't like about the Carolina Panthers, seemed like they took the gas off the feet. 31-0. Then they don't score any more the rest of the game. I knew that Seattle was going to come in and make a run at them, but it's a big difference. In the first half, seemed like with the Carolina Panthers, they play to win. Second half, they play not to lose. And we've always been trained to play to win. And I think really you can be aggressive. You don't have to take your feet off the gas. Don't stop the momentum. If you get the momentum in these big-time games, you better finish.
Well, I think you all saw the frustration in Cam Newton's face. Of course, they had the audio up and caught a few choice words, but he was really frustrated because, they weren't getting the plays in a timely fashion. And, of course, he came to the sideline and let it be known. And realistically, again, playing safe, playing not to lose.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a difference when you're trying to you jump out 31-0 on someone. You got to keep your foot on that throat.
That's
you got to
right.
keep your foot on that gas pedal, as you said.
That's right.
And for whatever reasons, Coach Rivera didn't do that. However, it was a very, very interesting experience for them. So now they know the next time you got to turn it up.
They got to turn it up, DJ, because really if Russell Wilson doesn't throw those 2 TDs and 1 pick six, hey, we got a different result here. And, the Seattle Seahawks really being champions as they are, they always finish. And they're going to end the game better than they always start the game.
Just a few notes for you all getting ready to watch this game. Of course, they're going to play a 3 o'clock game, a 3 o'clock kickoff, or right after 3 o'clock. They're going to be out in Denver, of course, and then come back for the 6 o'clock or 6:30 kickoff in Charlotte for that NFC Championship game.
Well, really, check your local listing because they will switch them in a minute. But DJ, I got a big-time question to ask you. You play ball at Denver. And as I was watching the Denver and the Pittsburgh game this past weekend, that was the quietest crowd I ever seen. When do they turn up?
Well, again, you got to remember back in the days when Elway was a quarterback and the Three Amigos were, the stars of the show. It was much different than now. I can't explain what's going on now because, again, back, during the mid-'80s when I was out there in the late 80s, of course, with the great John Elway, you know what? They rose up and they did their thing. And, again, it was probably one of the noisiest stadiums at that time that I had ever played in.
But did you notice that? Yeah, I've been doing the game.
I really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it, but at the same time, I think that they were really sitting back wondering, and was Peyton going to be able to pull them out?
Right. Well, I think really that had a lot to do with it, but I think really they were like conservative in the sense that they expected to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, and maybe they'll turn up this week because New England's coming to town.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, Tom Brady and his weapons, his three amigos, they got down Kronk, Amendola, Edelman. These guys are pretty good receivers.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Sports Vision is sponsored by Aflac, Crown Royal, Express Motors, Diverse Power.
Truth be truth, the will to win will win. So intimidate your darkest fear. Revive every forgotten fantasy. Set goals you can never reach, then reach them. Count cards to fight fate stack deck. And if you want to win as much as you want to live, you're ready to reign on.
Someone's sandbagging.
I'd be tired too. You paid my claim in 1 day when I got hurt.
1 day? Serious hustle.
Serious duck.
In just 1 day, we process, approve, and pay. 1 day pay, only from Aflac.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. This time of year is a very, very important time of year for more than just the college coaches. I guess the NFL has an opportunity to get juniors to declare that they're coming out, they're going to be leaving their schools and entering the NFL draft. No guarantees. I know that they have reports, and I know that they get grades. But in a lot of cases, especially last year, some underclassmen made the wrong decision.
They did, DJ, and I think really it's going to impact this draft right here. You know, a lot, like you said, there's a lot of early declaring last year, and most of those guys, they didn't get first. They weren't first-round picks. They came fourth and fifth and second days, and I think really they're going to be very cautious about whether they're going to come out, you know, or go into the draft this year. But one of the biggest things is that you lose a lot of money when you go early and you don't play, or if you had to be picked up later. But I think one of the biggest things that, and Nick Saban talked about it, you got to make sure you're getting evaluated right. And I think all of them were evaluated in December. So a lot of them are still kind of shaking, DJ, and don't know whether they want to go or not.
Well, one thing that we do know, Derrick Henry has declared that he's coming out. And again, I know that there's a lot of speculation on will he be a successful NFL running back. They're saying that his agility and his wiggle is not there. Of course, he has the size, the speed, the power. But again, making people miss has a lot to do with what a running back, whether he has success in the NFL or not.
And, you know, you have to look at it that standpoint. And everybody, you know, you got a target on you. If you're a Heisman Trophy winner, this guy got a big target on him. He's a big running back. Again, everybody's questioning his feet. You know, does he have the feet? He has to be turned north and south. He can run north and south, but chopping his feet, doing some things that he's got to get a whole lot better with, DJ. I think really he's gone. He's going to make that decision, and rightfully so. If I was a Heisman Trophy winner and almost rushed for 2,000 yards, winning a national championship, hey, well, what is there for me to stay in college for, DJ?
Well, I know that the folks at Alabama are happy because it was announced again that there were all the guys, Williams, the outstanding pass rusher for Alabama, and a couple of DBs are going to stay in school. And, of course, you know, that's great because I know that even though Alabama is doing an outstanding job of recruiting, the fact that you're going to get back, some top-flight defensive players that played on that national championship defense, they're going to come back for their senior season. Now, as far as the University of Georgia is concerned, Leonard Floyd has declared that he's going to be leaving, and I know that Kirby Smart would have loved to have an opportunity to coach him because he is one of those versatile athletes that can play inside linebacker and as well as outside linebacker.
Yeah, I think that's really, you know, that was a no-brainer for as Leonard Floyd is concerned because he moved around. He's very versatile. He can do a lot of things, very athletic. I think he's made for being a rush defensive end for outside linebacker. He could do it all. So I think that was a good choice, and I'm sure he was evaluated as being a late first rounder. And one good thing about when you do go early and your numbers are right and you're getting evaluated properly, DJ, you end up on a good team. You know, we didn't know that from last year, but if you go early and you don't go in the first round, then you consider like, why did you go?
A good friend of ours, Rodney Gardner, the defensive line coach over at Auburn, and, of course, Gus Malzahn, I'm sure that they're happy that Carl Lawson, their outstanding defensive lineman, he's coming back. A lot of folks thought that he might jump ship and go on to the NFL, but he's coming back. Good move.
Well, you know, DJ, like I said, I think last year impacted a lot of players because this was a lot of guys that were evaluated as first and late second rounders, and they end up having to go the second day. So, you know, if you make that mistake, you're going to lose a lot of money by coming out the second day. But at the same time, you would have gained a lot of money if you would have just stayed put.
You know, we've been making reference to the grades, the NFL grades and whatnot, but you know what? We didn't take into consideration some guys just don't like school. Some guys will just rather risk just, going to the NFL, getting rid of it because they don't want to go to class.
Well, that's another segment in itself. Again, but like coaches say, and they love to go when they're recruiting you, DJ, is that their job is to make sure that you're a productive and positive citizen, that you get your work, you get your degree, you be a good citizen in society. But at the same time, we also want to make you a millionaire. So, they don't mention that a whole lot, but when you already got that and you have the opportunity to make money and you've done some things and you don't like go to school, hey, man, I got to go.
We've been talking about the draft grades. Of course, that's what the NFL does for the underclassmen. But another part of what the evaluation process for the seniors, there's a couple of all-star games that are very, very powerful, if you will, when you're talking about being considered a top prospect. The East-West Shrine Bowl, of course, has been around for a lot of years. But the Senior Bowl down in Mobile, we've been going down there, and we plan on going back.
That's right. The Senior Bowl is big. At the same time, it puts a lot of emphasis on the SEC players. So if you get an opportunity to be invited to the Senior Bowl, you got a good job interview that you got to go through. They're going to see you. They're going to evaluate you on site for a whole week. Height, weight, the speed, getting physical. How can you block? How can you run? And really, they'll have an opportunity to interview you down there. And really, you're talking about interviews. The players are not the only ones having interviews. You got assistant coaches from colleges, assistant coaches from other NFL teams. You got every general manager and every scout in the country down in Mobile, Alabama doing the Senior Bowl.
If you want to be involved with pro football in any way, the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama is where you want to be. As you mentioned, it's a who's down list down there, of course, from the owners to all of the front office people and, of course, all the coaches from all 32 teams and most of the scouts. Okay. But what's most important, and again, having the opportunity to play in the Senior Bowl years ago, the best part about it is that you have actual pro coaches eyeballing you right there on the spot, having an opportunity to coach you. Both teams have pro NFL staffs coaching, and of course, all around every group, every field that's there, and there you got literally dozens and dozens of scouts and coaches that are evaluating up close and personal and having an opportunity to evaluate you. So, we were down in Mobile last year, and again, you couldn't go, 2 feet anywhere without bumping into an NFL personnel guy.
That's right.
Evaluating a player down there.
That's right. And really, like you said, everybody, even, you don't have an agent yet, boom, you got plenty of agents everywhere. So things like that happen down there. But one of the biggest things that I like about what goes on down there, DJ, everybody gets an opportunity to be evaluated. Some of the guys, if they don't do well in the Senior Bowl game, they still might get a chance to go to the Combine, which is next. And that's the second phase of your job interview. But at the same time, Senior Bowl, one of the top-notch all-star games and NFL ways to evaluate college players. It always happens down in Mobile, Alabama at the Senior Bowl.
All right, we're going to take another short break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Philip Dabbitt with ENS Men's Clothing Warehouse. We'd like to say thank you, Columbus and the Bi-City area, for 20 great years on Macon Road in the heart of Columbus. We're inviting you out to our 20th anniversary sale with bigger savings and deals than ever before.
To help show our appreciation, ENS is offering complete suit and tux packages only $99. Jackets, pants, shirts, and ties, a $199 value for just $99. Find us on Facebook for details on how to win a suit or tux package. Come celebrate our 20th anniversary. ENS, where you get more for a whole lot less.
Want an opportunity to win a new Mercedes and help the Greater Columbus American Heart Association? Just purchase a ticket in the 2016 Mercedes-Benz raffle for a chance to win a C-Class, a GLA, a CLA, or the all-new Mercedes GLC. The raffle will take place January 23rd at 2 p.m. at Mercedes-Benz of Columbus, 7470 Veterans Parkway. 2 cars will be given away. That's right, 2 Mercedes. Tickets can be purchased at Mercedes-Benz of Columbus or by calling 706-256-6100.
Departure, arrival, search, post, chat, check-in. New foods, new fun, new favorites. All right, new clients. Don't stop there. Explore, discover, connect, grow, celebrate, work, live, play. Breathe. At Hilton Garden Inn, we know you'll love our cook-to-order breakfast, first-rate amenities, and award-winning service. So count on us to give you all the ways to make the most of every stay. Hilton Garden Inn. It's better at the Garden.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. I tell you what, at every level in football, you have an opportunity to do well. Of course, we talked about pro football, we talked about college football, but National Signing Day as far as college football is coming up on Wednesday, February the 3rd. And I know right now, if you haven't been recruited, I know that it's late. And if you're a prospect, don't give up. But most of the top flight D1 top star, 5-star, 4 or 5-star athletes, they're already committed. They've already had offers. And again, this is an opportunity for them to step out and sign their national letter of commitment.
Well, really, DJ, you use that word commitment, and we always talk about that. Really, it's just a verbal agreement at this point. But when you start talking about committed players, you see how far that commitment goes. If you committed to a team way back this summer, and now it comes around to signing day, that's when the commitment really is going to be tested. Whether you're going to go where you committed to, or somebody else that came in at the last minute to try to bump someone. So anything can happen before February 3rd.
Man, and of course, all these coaches, they get intense. Of course, the family members get tense and stressed out. Again, you talk about the fans and the players, because again, some of these young men are confused. They don't know actually, in their mind, because again, the coaches do such a great job on campus on these visits of I won't say confusing the young men, but at the same time, when you got Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, Florida State, got all of these top schools in the country, and they want you, and they're telling you what they're going to do. They're telling you the best thing since sliced bread. How in the world does an 18-year-old or 17-year-old decide what's best for him?
Well, DJ, that's the biggest problem right there. You try to have your mom and your dad to help you, your coaches to help you, but at the same time, you don't want to get too much information, because there's certain things, and I'm going to pose this question to you. What would make you decommit from a school?
Well, first and foremost, I guess, if a coach loses his job, first and foremost, the coach, you got a staff, and again, we've seen what happened with Coach Richt. Right. And of course, Kirby Smart coming over. Had you been recruited by Coach Richt and you were sold, now those are the reasons. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot of why you would decommit, because again, you were sold and you decided to go to this program. Now you got another situation where when you realize, and we talked about this, and I don't have a problem sharing it with everybody out there. We got a 5-star prospect in Columbus, Georgia, by the name of Jawan Pass.
Right.
Probably could play anywhere in the country. Matter of fact, he can play anywhere in the country. But he's decided to go to a school where a freshman quarterback had an outstanding season, first year, LaMarcus Jackson at Louisville. Now, everybody's wondering why in the world would he go there and put himself in a position where this young man, this Jackson kid that's already on campus, he's proved to the world that he can play. And again, Alabama is on him. Nick Saban loves him. And you know what? He's going to take a visit to Alabama, even though he's committed to Louisville.
Well, DJ, since this is our show, we can say it like we
exactly.
Want. That would be one reason I decommit. if Nick Saban's coming to get me, the talent level has changed, and you're going to put me at quarterback. Then if I go to Louisville, it's about they got at least three freshman quarterbacks that are very good. Bobby Petrino known as being a good quarterback coach. But if I had an opportunity to go to Alabama compared to Louisville, I think I would decommit and go with Alabama. For us being in the area, everything that I have, everything that is from this area, not far away from home, I just think that would be the best, the best place for him. But, I'm not trying to make any decisions for him or anything, because, I think he's going to be, wherever he goes, I think it's going to be good. But that would be an opportunity when the talent level is too high, or where can I play best, or is this team the best? Do I have an opportunity to win a national championship? What are my chances to win a national championship at Louisville? And I want to be coached by the best, and Nick Saban is the best, so I would decommit.
I got one even better.
Okay,
and this is real talk. You and I both have played at the top level in college, and this was where it hit home. This is where nobody really even thinks about it. You're the athlete. You're the prospect. You're being recruited by Oregon. You're recruited by USC. You're recruited by Syracuse. You're recruited by Alabama, Georgia, Auburn. Wherever you live and wherever you come from, you really need to take a hard look at consideration of that school that's near your hometown. Because at the end of the day, when football is over, whether it's after the end of 4 years or 5 years, and you don't make it in the National Football League, you're going to have to get a job. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to go back home.
That's right.
And the people in your hometown, whether you're from Texas or whether you're from Columbus, Georgia, you need to consider the schools in this area because those are the people that are going to hire you. Those are the people that are going to show you favor.
That's right.
Now, I can't say it any better than that. It's not going to guarantee you anything, but the realistic point that I'm making, consider where you're from and stay close to home.
Hey, you said it, player. That's it. I mean, stay close to home. You got to know people, the favor that you're going to have and generate while you're in college. If you go to a college close to your home and where you're from, will last for years and years and years. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the NFL football career. It's going to be about what kind of social economics, what kind of job I can get, how many people I know, what can I do close to home.
Networking is huge. Trust us. We understand.
That's right.
We'll be right back to close this show out.
A smile is the most admirable thing you can wear. And for anyone age 1 to 101, Cook Dental Care has a smile for you. Dr. Kathy L. Cook offers a wide range of individualized, innovative services from basic preventative dentistry to specialized care. We provide comprehensive dental care for the entire family, including pediatric. Insurance, financing, walk-ins, and new patients are always welcome. So for your family's dental care, visit Cook Dental Care.
Truth be truth, the will to win will win. So intimidate your darkest fear. Revive every forgotten fantasy. Set goals you can never reach, then reach them. Count cards to fight fate stack deck. And if you want to win as much as you want to live, you're ready to reign on.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Visions. And, man, we've been talking football galore, but we got to end this show talking a little basketball.
That's right.
And I can remember not too long ago, matter of fact, in January of last year, there was a certain NBA team that went 17-0, but they're not doing so well right now.
Well, you know, DJ, they're doing all right. We're talking about the Atlanta Hawks. They're doing pretty good right now. They're only 4 games out of first place. You know, in the last 10 games, they've been 5 for 5. But they're still holding down third place. They're still in playoff mode. But like you said, they're injury bug. They can't get all their pieces well. So they're still working.
Yeah, they are. Kyle Korver, obviously, he's a heck of a three-point shooter. He's been injured all year long. But they have been getting consistent play out of Millsaps and Teagues and Horford. Those guys have been, they're the staple of the franchise. But having that three-point shooter, that guy that can knock it down, it makes a difference.
It makes a whole lot of difference, DJ. And, you know, the Hawks are getting ready to go out west. So we promise you, we will be covering the Atlanta Hawks. Trust me on that. And we're going to go see them. And Dominic called me again. So we're on the way, Nick. We're on the way, Nick.
All right. Hey, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Let us know. Like us. And also let us know where you're going to watch the AFC and the NFC championship games. We'd like to know. We might drop in. You never know. That's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.